Guys, this looked like a heavyweight bout. We anticipated it to be as such, and it delivered as the game moved on. Two prize fighters absolutely swinging for the fences on this one. We've had a couple hours, just a few, to mull this game over since it's finished. We have a couple big takeaways that are stewing in our mind as we look back at Chargers-Chiefs. But what stands out to each of us the most?
There was a big 14-point swing in the second half of this game, and with all the stars on this one, with Derwin James making huge plays, and Kelsey out there, and of course the quarterbacks, it's Jaylen Watson making the play of the game that might, and it sounds like it might decide the AFC West at the end of this thing because it's a huge victory for them. Let's take a look at the play. Obviously, the Chargers are moving all the way downfield, and Jaylen Watson, who is a 7th-round pick, who played last week, but this is his first career start, ends up making the play. Here are the Chargers. They're driving. You're feeling this happening at 17-17, that this team, this is the Justin Herbert drive. Like, this is where he puts his stake in the ground and says, Mahomes who? We talked about it earlier. Gerald Everett says, come on, get me out here, get me out here. He doesn't because they go no huddle. And the route isn't run. There's miscommunication. And then this guy, Watson, and I know the Chiefs roster inside and out. I'm scanning the depth chart. Who is this? He played really well yesterday, and he made the play. Guys, his story's incredible, okay? Lucy C. Laney High School in Augusta, Georgia, doesn't get any of the major offers, has to go to Ventura College in California. So he goes from Georgia to California, goes to Ventura College, commits to USC. Commits to USC after 2 years, doesn't have the grades. Goes back to Augusta, Georgia, where he worked at a Wendy's. Worked at a Wendy's and didn't have football, not for a day, not for a week, for months. Was working at Wendy's, this guy. Finally finds his way back to Georgia, goes there, finally gets to Washington State where he has this NFL career, or this great college career out in Wazoo, gets a 7th-round pick, as James Palmer mentioned, and then makes the play of the day in a game that might end up deciding whether they're home or away in the playoffs. A Wendy's employee less than a few years ago, and not just like as a goof, I'll work at Wendy's or something, to make the Bills so that he could eventually get to Washington State, and now is the star of Chiefs-Chargers. I love those stories, and that's how these games go.
Your ability to give us these stories is just amazing. Like, me and Kyle are looking at each other like, Wendy's? Like, now he's in the NFL, Thursday night, prime, like, unbelievable story.
That's right. Get him a Frosty. Yeah. I think he's earned a Frosty.
Yeah.
He definitely got one after the game. The turning point in the game, the third quarter, we watched kind of the Chargers throughout that first half. We saw Mike Williams making plays, but they're moving the ball. And you get to that third quarter, Chargers score, but then the Chiefs get the ball. And it was an Edwards-Helaire play where he catches the ball, Derwin James goes to make the tackle. And this kind of set the tone for me for the third quarter for the Chiefs, because he runs through it. And Derwin James was everywhere last night.
He was awesome last night.
Getting after the quarterback, making tackles. He was all over the place. But this drive for the Kansas City Chiefs, it started the ball rolling. The Edwards-Helaire play, the next thing you know, they finished this drive with a touchdown pass. And my guy, J.C. Jackson, I call him Gerald. I hate to watch it. He was a fingertip away from making this play. But Watson scores a touchdown here, and this was huge for them. Now, next thing you know, for the rest of this half, up until the last touchdown of the game to Joshua Palmer, the Chargers don't put a point on the board. The Chiefs come there. There's a third down stop by Justin Reed. Chris Jones is getting after Justin Herbert and gets a sack late in the game. So for me, the Chiefs, after this drive where they scored that touchdown, they put their clamps on. They settled down. They got out of the man-to-man pressing every play. They kind of backed up and did a little bit of what the Chargers were doing. Keep stuff in front of you and make you make multiple plays and drive down the field. And obviously, it ended up working out for them in the fourth quarter.
It was just a snowball that just kept going and building and got worse and worse, and it became an avalanche, the Chiefs against the Chargers. Mike Dana, you were just doing your job. Mike Dana's helmet, you didn't do anyone any favors just getting pinned underneath the left side of Justin Herbert last night. What a painful experience for a quarterback to go through. My goodness, it just looked uncomfortable, but Herbert fought his way back in. Here's the play. He gets driven to the ground. That's painful regardless. He makes the completion on the third down to tight end Gerald Everett. But what happened is that, watch this helmet. Oh, right under just, of course, it's where the pads end on the chest. He goes out, he comes back in, and this is just power down button. I can't do it anymore. Yep, but got power back up on the next play. Like, I just can't do it anymore. I don't know what he did. He realized that if he holds his thumb out a certain way, that it doesn't hurt that bad. But then to do this,
it's a crazy.
to do this is mind-boggling. He is suffering here. But then he finishes that game, and again, it reminded me, though, so much of when I called to look at that injury. It was a minute 5, minute 6 left, and yesterday we did our favorite highlights from these players, and I picked Justin Herbert in Week 18 of last year, and at a minute 9, he starts that drive against the Raiders, and he drives them down, and Al Michaels is saying, this is insane. I was like, is this the same thing that's happening? It was crazy deja vu. But what concerns me is that there are teams and quarterbacks in the league that when they go up 10-0, you just figure the game is done. This garage door is shut. Patrick Mahomes is one of those guys for me. If he goes up 10-0, you're done here. I just need Justin Herbert to go up 10-0 and make me feel like that's it. The garage door is shut. But again, the Chargers up 10-0. They were up against the Raiders last week, and they started to leak them back in. They allowed it, and it happened again last night to their detriment.
Yeah, that's the takeaway for this game for me is the Chargers, you had them.
Yep.
You had them.
You had 'em.
You had that number 15. You had it in the sea of red. You had them. And I said it yesterday. One of these guys is going to blink. The Chargers blinked. You know, I don't know if that interception's Herbert's fault. I don't put it on him. The Chargers blinked big time. And also, like, to beat that man, and I mean Mahomes, especially in that stadium, like, you can't blow opportunities, guys. Like, they were there. They had dropped interceptions a couple times when Mahomes gave you one. If he gives you one, you got to get it. This was this crazy penalty that reversed everything, and they made the interception. My point is, like, Mahomes was not spectacular in this game by any stretch of Mahomes' measure. The Chargers did a really good job defensively. There were plays to be made, including that one. I'm so frustrated as someone who's excited about the promise of Herbert and the Chargers. Damn it, guys, you guys had them. You cannot have an opportunity. It's not going to get a better opportunity like that to beat them at Arrowhead Stadium. It's just not. You look at what Burrow did. You look what the Bengals did. Like, they set the standard, and that play was there to be made. You got to make that play. You have to. Against other teams, other quarterbacks, sure, drop it. Against that guy, you have to make the play, because you don't, you're going to lose. That's the takeaway for the Chargers. Guys, you had them. You had them slip right through your fingers. It's frustrating.
You watch the game tape as a player after a game like that. You're a teammate of Gerald Everett. You see him. The broadcast had it. They were all over it. He wants to come out. He doesn't. That play happens. How does the locker room handle something like that when it's so visible? It's so visible.
I think for him, the locker room's not going to have to handle it, because he should be walking in today and say, hey, like, fellas, my bad. Like, I got to do better. This week in practice, I may be doing some extra gas or some extra conditioning to make sure, hey, if coach wants to go no huddle and keep me in the game, I'm good to go. I can go in there, execute whatever I need to execute to be there for my guys. From a quarterback standpoint, if I'm Herbert, like, hey, I got to be able to rely on you right there. Like, I'm going to you against a cornerback. You're bigger. I'm expecting you to box him out and get that ball. And like you said in the highlight, like, he didn't even have the energy to chase the play. Picks up his mouthpiece.
Looking for his mouthpiece.
But that is the smoking gun of that play. He didn't run the route. He looked fatigued, and because of that leads to the interception, the pick six. Like, that's
he said,
tough.
"Get me out, though."
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, who cares? Suck it up. Yeah.